Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
And welcome back, everyone. It seems in the last couple of years, the number of people addicted to different things, substances, activities, etc., has increased. I don't know if that's an offshoot of COVID, but we're going to take a look at that today. But this is radically different than anything you've ever heard before. How you can seek treatment for addiction, or at least minimize what's going on there through acupuncture. Never even considered it. And I say this all the time. Every time we get together with her, I had no idea that acupuncture can support somebody who has challenges with addiction. Let's learn about that today. She practices out of New York City, and along with acupuncture, she also harnesses the power of herbals and Chinese medicine. Dr. Kelly is back on the program. Welcome back. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Steve. How are you doing?
Intrigued to learn more about this, and this is why you are our professional of the year. So many people with addictions go into certain programs, and that's all fine, and that's, you know, maybe that's the way it's supposed to be in terms of supporting and curtailing and all of that. But I never had even a thought of how acupuncture could support that. Where should we start with this today?
We can start it from a real patient, actually. So yesterday, I treated a patient who has been using marijuana almost every single day. But yesterday, he came in with his girlfriend. So his girlfriend is my patient for like several months. And the girl is very happy with me because the girl was kind of like in a car accident. But then she had pain all the way from neck to the tailbone. She went to other doctor, but didn't really help her. She was on disability for 6 months. But after she started to see me, she said after first acupuncture treatment, her pain really went down a lot. So she stayed with me since October. But on the way with her pain relief, she said her menstrual pain went away totally. Her constipation went away totally. So she's very happy with me. So yesterday she brought her new boyfriend. A very handsome boy, very handsome. And so they are very happy with each other. But she told me, she said, Dr. Kelly, I need to talk to you. I said, okay, talk to me. She said, we are happy with each other, but this boy addicted to marijuana. But he is willingly to quit marijuana for me because I told him I cannot be with him if he's still doing marijuana. He said he will quit for me, but he hadn't taken it for like 3 days. She said it's very tough because she can tell he's on the edge, very frustrated, very easy to get angry. Like when they talk, he even raised his tone a little bit. But then he realized he came down, but still bothering him because he haven't taken it for 3 days. So she said, can you help him? I said, sure. So I gave him a treatment. He said he never feels so relaxed. He calmed down. He even went to a bathroom. He haven't been able to for several days. So they both very happy.
Wow. So what's going on here? Yeah, we're talking THC addiction. Can this address other addictions?
Yes. So like we take the marijuana, for example, right? Because the marijuana had THC, the THC combined with the receptor of the dopamine make the dopamine level increase in their brain. That's why they feel, oh, when I take it, I feel happier. But you have to know when you take the marijuana, that's kind of like additional from your body. That's not naturally. Your body not naturally secrete dopamine. It's because you're taking the marijuana. And if you quit it, if you stop it, the withdrawal is really bad. Like this patient, He just, although he loved this girl so much, he willingly to quit it, but still bothering him a lot because his brain got used to it. And your brain maybe secrete less dopamine because you keep taking the marijuana, adding the THC to your brain. Your brain kind of like, oh, I don't need to secrete the normal level of the dopamine because I have extra. So that's really, really bad. That's why I try to helping people who have addiction. It's similar, like people who are addicted to alcohol or just cigarettes. It's similar reason.
So people have addictions because there's a benefit from it. Maybe feeling better, dopamine rush, whatever that may be. Is that what we're doing here? We're simulating what takes place when somebody engages in their addiction.
So a very good question, Steve. So how acupuncture helping people to quit like addiction, right? So in Chinese medicine, all our organs, right? We talk about five elements, right? Five elements related with five organs. All our five organs related to some emotion. For example, kidney. Kidney related with willpower. Like you want to do something, you want to get it done, and you can't get it done, right? Like this boy, he want to quit marijuana because he want to be with the girl. Let's need his willpower, very strong willpower. But before maybe his willpower is not that strong, which means his kidney may be a little bit deficient. And actually he does has something related with it. So in this way, we go to the root. We tonify the kidney.
Wow.
But of course, maybe kidney deficient is only one of the cause. He maybe also have liver qi stagnation because a lot of people who have addiction actually they usually have like they said I have a lot of stress. That's why I take marijuana. When I do it, I feel less stressful, so I can get things done. So in this way, we go to the root, we relieve the liver, we release the stress from the liver, we tonify the kidney. In that way, your strong willpower getting even stronger, you can get things done without taking any marijuana or alcohol, whatever. And we release your stress. You don't feel so stressful. You have to take the alcohol or smoking, whatever.
Wow. You really go to the root cause. And, back to Chinese medicine, the deficiencies or the stagnation of these different organs, we're not even thinking about that. That's, I wouldn't even even entertain that. Um, where would your starting point be? Let's say it's alcohol for somebody, or let's say it's something like gambling. Okay. So now it's not a substance, it's an activity.
So it's similar. Doesn't matter it's gambling or it's a substance. Usually these kind of people, first they don't have very strong willpower. Think about it. If you have very strong willpower, you wouldn't doing this because on the conscious level, you know it's bad. Everybody knows gambling is bad. Everybody knows smoking alcohol is bad. But when you cannot control it, which means your willpower is not strong enough to hold you back. Like, for example, I never addict to anything. Like, because I have very strong willpower, I know that is bad to me. I wouldn't do it. But some people, they may don't have such strong willpower, meaning the kidney may be not strong enough, so they cannot hold that. They're like, I want some very short temporary pleasure, very fast. I don't want to go to work out. Working out can give you dopamine. Also, you can feel happy, right? Everybody
Mm.
knows that. But some people, they don't want to work on it. I want a pleasure right now, very short. That means their kidney is not strong enough.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's why little people, they just knows it's bad, they still doing it.
Interesting. And does it always, in your opinion, always tie back to a situation with one of these organs, the liver, the kidney, the spleen, or maybe another one?
Yes, actually, you are right. It's usually always tied back to our organs. So that's why when you look at a person's personality, like it's nice, or it's kind, or it's very easy to angry. If a person very easily to get angry, you really have like liver qi stagnation, or even liver failure going on. That's why they cannot hold. They just getting angry, yelling, screaming. So it's kind of like it's not his fault, but it is his fault because his liver needs help. So if we all know that, we can see behind what happened. We are like, okay, we shouldn't be angry because he's angry. We should feel like a pity on him, say, oh, his poor liver need help. So we need to calm down his liver, then his personality getting better.
Wow. You know what this is speaking to me in terms of what we eat and ingest, how it's having an effect on these organs. We take it for granted. You eat something, my body will process that. It'll be fine. Okay. Do it again. Then you do, it's fine. And I'm just talking about normal eating, but eating garbage and, drinking cold beverages, as you've identified many times before, does not support us in terms of Chinese medicine. But look what we're doing to our bodies with our diets, with these other practices, not even addictions. I'm just talking about life in general. Then you add that. Like we are truly taxing our systems, at least in my opinion. What are your thoughts?
I totally agree with you, actually. Totally agree. Like you said, what we are eating, what we are ingest is really very, very important to us, not only physically to our body, but also to our mind, to our emotion. Because whatever we're eating, for example, people who like to eat spicy food, these kind of people usually have a little bit of fear going on. Like these people usually easily to getting like anxious. They have a lot of anxiety because the fear, fear usually going up, right? Just disturbing your mind. You cannot calm down. These kind of people usually even have trouble to fall asleep because the fear always going up. So
Mm.
you cannot calm down. They don't have good sleep. They are usually very anxious, and also these kind of people may even have I have a patient actually. He like to eat garlic. I told him don't eat too much garlic, but he like to eat garlic. Then he said, Dr. Kelly, I have the itching on my head. It's like really bad. I have to wash my hair every day. I said, do you eat garlic? He said, yes. I said, no, please stop eating garlic because garlic in Chinese medicine is hot. So let garlic nature make his, garlic because hot usually going up, right? So go to his head, make his head like itching, dandruff. So he had to wash his head, wash his hair every day. So after he stopped eating the garlic, it went away.
Unbelievable. Would you say that a lot of the things we do on a regular basis, whatever, eat garlic? And by the way, there was a time where I would add garlic to everything, even powdered garlic, like the flavor. And I also heard that it's health wise, it's good for you, or can be good for you, but apparently too much is not a good thing, just like anything. These things that we do you think that even lack of sleep potentially can push us toward addictive behavior?
Uh, I think it can be actually. I have a young patient who is only like 17, 18, a young girl. Her mom is my patient. Then her mom brought her. So, this girl doesn't go to sleep until like 2 or 3 a.m. every day almost. Her mom, of course, tried to talk to her. She doesn't listen. One day she came to me. She said, Dr. Kelly, my skin is so dry, like even like around her eye is so dry, and on her body also. She's, 17, 18. it's the best age, like to a person. She still
Sure.
has the most beautiful skin, but her skin really dry. When I'm doing acupuncture on her, I can feel it. It's so rough.
Wow.
So I told her, you got to go to sleep early. You know, you're so beautiful, you're so smart, but if you keep going to sleep late, your skin getting dry because in Chinese medicine, we always talk about the yin and yang, right? At night is the yin time. We should nourish our yin. If you don't go to sleep at night at the yin time, basically you are consuming the yin. Yin means like blood, the fluid right in your body, which means her blood even got deficient. Her fluid in her body got deficient. That's why her skin is so dry, even around her eye, her face. So sleep is very, very important. I'm trying to talk to my patient. I'm trying to talk on the podcast. I'm trying to let everybody know. Don't think, oh, as long as I have 8 hours sleep, so it's fine. No, you have to sleep at night. If you sleep at the daytime, that doesn't equal to you sleep at night because the yin and the yang got messed up.
I've heard that, and I'm trying to remember what the study was, and it came out a few months ago that we should be in bed or sleeping by 11 o'clock p.m. I'm trying to
I
remember the time.
Yes, I try to tell everybody about that. I said 11 p.m. is the latest time you should go to bed. I explained to them why. Because all our organs have their peak time. For example, gallbladder, which is the yin-yang pair with the liver, right? So gallbladder peak time is 12 to 1, 12 p.m. to 1. Liver is 1 to 3 a.m. So if you don't go to sleep before that time, which means your gallbladder, your liver all got messed up. You're gonna have like anxiety, you're gonna have qi stagnation, people have like depression, people have anxiety. Like next day, people don't have enough energy, then they have to drink tons of coffee, which also bad. So go to sleep at by 11. I think it's not too high standard because 11, come on, like you already finished your dinner by that time, finish everything already. So go to sleep. But a lot of people, they just play their phone or doing whatever. They don't want to go to sleep. That's another problem.
Mm. Is it true that your body, your normal rhythm, maybe it's the circadian rhythm? I'm not 100% sure what the rhythm is, but your body needs to be, it's like a clock and it needs to be supported that way, as opposed to, again, goes back to, I'll just eat that. Who cares? It'll be fine. My body will process it. Same thing with sleep. And 11 o'clock, I'm wide awake. I'll go to bed at 12:30. What's the difference going to make? It's going to make a difference, right?
Yes, you're totally right. We do have a clock in our body. What time to do what? For example, 7 a.m. you're supposed to get up, but a lot of people are still lying on bed. So
Mm.
which means their yang qi cannot really rise. So that's why they don't have energy. So our body
Mm.
have a clock. If you follow that clock, like also eating healthily, go to sleep, at the right time, you know, plus of course a little bit working out. I'm not encourage anybody to do the heavy lifting or go to running the marathon. No, no, no. I don't think that's good for everyone, to be honest, at all. But a little bit of working out is good.
Look at life the way it was 100 years ago. People went to bed early. They woke up early because they needed to. There was farming was more of a thing. People working the land, people doing certain jobs, even 150 years ago, and they probably didn't have as many challenges as we have today. They didn't have phones where they're laying in bed scrolling. So now they're looking at blue light. They're looking at, and now they're their brain is moving and being refocused when they should be focusing on going to sleep. And I've even had this conversation with a friend of mine because we're trying to wake up earlier and go to the gym and then have time after that before the day begins to get things done. And by doing that, we're slowly shifting the clock so that we're tired earlier and in bed by 11. Do you think that's the way it's supposed to be? Early to bed, early to rise?
Yes, actually, that's absolutely true. One example we can look at it. Yes, you mentioned about many, many years ago, right? Everybody doing the farming, they have to get up early, go to sleep, early. But look at the Amish people. They live in Pennsylvania, not very far away from New York City. They are still doing the same thing. They get up early, they go to sleep early. Like people who are more than 50 years old, they still can have babies. But look at people in the city, 20s, 30s, or early 40s, already have trouble to have one baby. They can have like 7 babies until like 50 something still.
Yeah.
Look like how healthy they are. Of course, they are not perfect. They may have their problem. But in general, just like following the nature, like eating healthy, I think they are giving us a very good living example. Not like 1,000 years ago, just right now, they're still doing the same thing. They don't use much, technology still. And in general, I think they are healthier than the city people, to be honest.
I agree with you. And why not give your body the best chance of being the best it can be? Now, it's the only one you got, so you might as well take care of it. Go to bed early, wake up early. Excuse me. And certainly, the other things that you talk about, beverages that are warm as opposed to cold. The rest of us, we look at that, but come on, what's a big deal? Is that really going to make a difference? Well, talking to you, apparently it does make a substantial difference in terms of your health, how you feel, and all of that. Why not start with intentionally trying to be healthier, as opposed to beating on your body. Learn so much from you. And this conversation, I'm going to share with others. Absolutely, in terms, especially the addiction situation and how acupuncture can support that, but also, going to bed earlier. You just backed it up. I hear these things. I wonder if these studies are real. You're backing it up, which is backed by hundreds of years of, call it experience or knowledge with Chinese medicine. This is what we did back in the day, and we're healthier, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right, Steve.
You, unfortunately, can only do acupuncture in person, and that's in the city. The rest of this, for consultations, Chinese medicine, all of that can be done virtually. And your website is, do I have this right, Kelly121acupuncture.com?
Yes, you're right, Steve.
All right. Dr. Kelly, thank you so much again for all your insight, validation for me and many others as well. And looking forward next time we talk.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, game show host, father of 5, and all-around big dude. I'm also an expert on drama. I know all kinds of drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids. There's the bad kind, like season-ending injuries. There's the necessary kind, like having an agent in Hollywood. And there's silly drama, like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your high school diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org.
Or text diploma to 97779. Message and data rates may apply. Reply STOP to opt out. That's diploma to 97779. And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.